news. There's some really big news in the streaming world, and I'm actually kind of excited about a lot of this. And good God, make a dark mode. If you're ever a website developer, make a dark mode. Gosh. I did get pressured into buying Pokemon. What kind of Pokemon? Which one? On Game Boy? On Game Boy? Bobby, did you buy a Game Boy? That show kind of came and went, didn't it? Is it done? Okay, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but they released this yesterday. And it is big news for YouTube. The future of YouTube. Colin and Samir's favorite updates from Made on YouTube. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube kind of gets the rap in the streaming world for not having some of the tools that Twitch has or Kick, since Kick is just a complete copy of Twitch. They don't have some of the tools that you do there. Like, it's very easy to set up a new stream and then just stream, versus here you have to kind of plan it ahead, that kind of thing. But these updates, this is what YouTube has been working on behind the scenes, and it's going to change the game in streaming forever. And it really does remind me that YouTube doesn't see Twitch and Kick and all those cats as competition. Its competition is Netflix. Its competition is Prime. It is those big streaming platforms. That's who YouTube's competition is. And if you don't believe me, from Tom Hanks's own mouth at an award show, I think a couple of years back, he even said, you know, we're having a hard time in Hollywood right now because our competition with all of these studios, with all of this money, our competition is YouTube. Our competition is YouTube, because all these mainstream medias, they spend so much money on millions and millions of dollars, which we can talk about how much millions of dollars they spend. Netflix spends on, let's say, The Witcher. I heard The Witcher cost, Blood Origin, whatever that show was, technically it cost them like $19 million an hour to make that movie, to make that show. $19 million an hour to make that show. In freaking sane. And then when you look at how much revenue YouTube brings in, it's like $38 billion a year. That's how much YouTube money is worth. Now, with that, they're going to be using all these algorithms, all of this data that Google and YouTube has, because YouTube, it's not only a video thing, it's also the second most used search engine in the entire world. So it goes Google, who owns YouTube, and then YouTube. Now, usually it's Google, then it goes to Reddit if you're Googling something, but usually it's Google, then to YouTube, right? You're in a dark place, but when the weather starts cooling and days get shorter, I get more into collecting. I did it to myself. Dark place of Pokemon or dark place of the world? They aren't competition. They're kicks back in. Yeah, the Kick is really just a competitor to Twitch. I feel like it's just a thorn in Twitch's side. Which I'm curious who. Now this is how the conversation started with this. I know, of course, Twitch is on Amazon Web Services, so I actually Googled who uses Amazon Web Services, and it is Meta, Reddit, X or Twitter, Blue Sky, Twitch, of course, because they're owned by Amazon. I think Kick is as well. All of these social media platforms are actually renting space from Amazon Web Services. So if you ever think that Amazon is just rich from your packages, no, it's from server space. It is insane how much server space they're using. Now, Google has basically the same exact thing, and that's what YouTube is on. It's different web services for them. You can like rent out server space and that kind of thing. But all of those social media companies, just think about that. All of those social media companies are on Amazon servers. And how much money do they have to pay for leasing those servers out? Ugh, gobbles and gobbles of money. But let's get back to YouTube. Now, these improvements, I really do believe, is what's going to... Oh, yeah, and TikTok. I need to see what TikTok's server space is on, but TikTok is also competition for YouTube right now. So for YouTube, it's Netflix and TikTok. And you're going to see here how they're going to get a one-up on both of those platforms. So, a little bit of writing. First off, it's kind of a cool AI thing, right? Auto dubbing with lip sync. Now, I just looked at my information on my YouTube studio, and auto dubbing is actually available for me right now. So if you are Italian and you're listening to this live, I guess afterwards it may auto dub for you. But just watch this example. It's insane.
Partendo appunto proprio dall'estetica, adesso inizio a raccontarvi le cose che cambiano. The aesthetics. Now I'll start telling you about the things that have really changed. First of all, the camera department. There have been some interesting upgrades in the Pro versions, but there is a huge new feature on the basic.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Adesso inizio a raccontarvi le cose che cambiano. The aesthetics. Now I'll start telling you about the things that have really changed. First of all, the camera department. There have been some interesting upgrades in the Pro versions, but there is a huge new feature on the basic.
Crazy part is that it keeps his accent. YouTube Premium is actually, YouTube Premium is actually solid. I just don't take advantage of it. Really, if it came down to it, tomorrow I would cancel every single other subscription except for YouTube. I would cancel every other subscription. Disney, Hulu, gone. Netflix, gone. Technically, Amazon is one that it's included. Lucky for them, because I do use Prime. And it's included, so I've been watching a bunch of old action movies off of it. Badass. Except Raw Deal. I didn't like that one with Arnold. So I may keep that one, but freaking YouTube, I have to keep. I listen to music on it, listen to podcasts. I watch creative stuff, fan films, old films, stuff like that on there. History documentaries. Fantastic amount of stuff that they have on there that's just priceless. You've gotten auto-dub videos? Suggested? How? Is it like autoplay? I love no ads. I just never watched their premium content. Oh, yeah, I never watched their premium content either. They kind of gave up on that, to be honest. They kind of gave up on that. Like those Mr. Beast exclusive YouTube premium stuff, they really gave up. They tried. It's not worth it. What they really know, and I think what everyone else is figuring out too, is you can just pay for no ads, and the people will do it. Ironically enough, I've actually been watching Prime with ads. I don't pay the super duper subscription, and I don't mind the ads. That gives me a chance to go to the bathroom, to make a drink, to pet the cat. And that's not a euphemism. Literally just go pet the cat. Goes like, see where she's at, that kind of thing. So it gives you a break. And I know that Tubi, I want to see Tubi's numbers, because I love Tubi. Tubi is fantastic. Lewis can probably talk to you about Tubi. Some of your movies might be on there. It'll just show up on my page. I am being normal. What are you talking about? I don't mind ads on Prime. I'm so pumped for Fallout Season 2. Yeah. I want to see where that's going to go. I like the first season too. But I don't mind ads. Just YouTube ads is the one. What? Oh yeah, put us on the background. Good night and good luck. But I mean, I don't mind ads for those. Like, I'm actually engaged in watching the movie. But YouTube, it gets a little difficult because I'm like listening to podcasts and stuff like that, and I don't know. Collaborations. This one's actually kind of cool. So for me, I'll tell you what I think this might be cool for next. One of the fastest way to grow on YouTube has always been through collaboration. I mean, I guess. It's now built directly into the platform. With this update, up to 5 creators can co-post a single video. That video shows up on every participating channel, and each creator gets his own subscribe button. How it works: one channel uploads a video, that channel keeps the views and AdSense revenue, but because the video is shared across collaborators, YouTube recommends it to audiences of the other creator involved. My take, this is the blogger's take, since our show is guest-based, collaboration is already a big part of what we do. We tested this in our episode with Michelle Kerr, and it immediately felt like the natural way to publish the video. This tool makes collaborations official and, more importantly, more effective. So I think this is great for that purpose. I can see that. But imagine react videos. Now, I know a lot of channels that are reactions to a video, to a main video. Imagine now you post a video that's a reaction to another person, but then you can actually include them as a collaborator, and then there's a link to the other video. You don't have to actually place a link. There's actually a subscribe button to that person. So rather than like, hey guys, go check him out in my description or whatever, or Google him or whatever, you can actually just have the button there. So that's where I see collaborations being a true collaboration with React and maybe a response. I think that's going to be great. That's how I would use this type of thing. Of course, if we ever have a podcast, if we ever have a guest on, I can see having their, channel button, subscribe button in my video or on my channel too. I don't know if that's going to happen. I thought about having people on. It's just, I don't know if I'm interested too much into that. It's more so like I just want to make stuff. I don't know. It's actually cool. Watch a ton of reactors. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Of having their button right there. Guest or interview? That's true. I could interview Milky. Yeah, a guest or an interview. Yes, that's true. If we have a guest on ever, a co-host. So the next one is really for creators. A and B thumbnail and title testing. Now, technically, there is an ABC thumbnail test right now, but it's not really a test. It actually puts out the thumbnail to everybody, and then it does different thumbnails depending on different people, and then you get a percentage back on how many people clicked on it versus they don't. Dash Render revived. What up, Mando? We're gonna take a look. I got your posts. So, and then also title testing. That's another thing that I would love to ping off the system. It is, the coolest thing about this is you could technically do all of this with ChatGPT right now, but this is integrated directly into your analytics. So, what does that mean? You don't have to export or filter or try to export it or find whatever ChatGPT wants. You have a version of an AI that is able to go through all of your analytics, all of your clicks, all of your data, and then tell you exactly what it needs to do. So a thumbnail or a title definition. This is going to be phenomenal for creators, and I think it's going to be better for viewers as well, because imagine you are now getting something that you are interested in, right? That's what it's supposed to be. We are linking creators to viewers. That's what the whole system's supposed to be. Now, rather than it being a guess or hiring a person to look at your channel for you or a third-party algorithm thingy, this is built in directly. And then you're going to hear that a lot with this, because a lot of this built-in direct stuff, it is going to be great for creators to save money too. The barrier to entry on all this stuff is getting even lower. That's my thoughts on it. So, packaging is everything on YouTube. Mr. Beast says if they don't click, they don't watch. And it's only getting harder to stand out. A/B testing takes some of the pressure off. It gives you room to experiment instead of getting everything on one idea. You upload 3 thumbnails or 3 titles in YouTube. The platform runs them against each other and automatically picks the winner based on watch time percentage. So that's kind of how it works right now. But again, imagine it doing some other stuff too. I think it does thumbnails right now. It doesn't do titles. So this is going to be good. This next one, I'm very, very excited about. Auto-generated shorts. Usually what you have to do is you download a VOD or you have a video. You then upload it into a third-party app that you usually have to pay for. Now, I don't mind paying for it because it does give me a good product, and that's how you see my short videos. It is short content cut from a longer content. And it puts out a short. Now what this is sure, it's giving people content in a short form, just like TikTok, but it's also giving them an introduction to us, to me, and they're able to click on a link that sends them to either my channel or full-size videos. That's why I usually link the related video in a short to the full video. So if they get interested in the music of Metal Gear Solid, they can click on the link and it sends them straight to the long-form video talking about Metal Gear Solid music. So that's what I use shorts for. And this is actually going to be great to save us a lot of time and money. And also, YouTube is gunning for TikTok. So they want shorts content. So this is an easier way for creators to create short content, because I'm sure They heard complaints from creators. It's hard to make by hand. It is. It's expensive to make with an AI bot. It is. So here you go. Auto-generated shorts. This one's simple but huge. It is. Cheap followers on stream. No, I'm good. I'm good on Twitch. Thank you. There's the Twitch bot. Twitch bot. Shorts are one of the best ways for new viewers to discover your content. It's true. They don't stick around usually, but it's true. Long-form creators that discovery often depends on how easily you can turn a 2-hour episode into bite-sized shareable moments. This update makes that process faster and more accessible. YouTube's AI scans your long-form video, identifies engaging moments, and cuts them vertically into really ready-to-publish shorts, which is usually what my Opus Clips does for me. From there, you can edit, tweak, or post them directly to shorts. This is fantastic. That is a service that is going to save people hundreds of dollars a year. Just another great tool. This next one, I am actually very excited about. Very excited about. Improvements to live streaming. So this is the craziest thing right here. This is the craziest thing. You posted more? I'm going to have to check it out. I feel like they're kneecapping Opus then. They are. They probably are. They are. I'm curious if Opus is going to be able to give out or do a better version. So maybe they can say that theirs is better and they're able to get the... Maybe it's a better product. Maybe you're going to be paying for a better product. Like YouTube gets you halfway there. Maybe Opus is going to then give you a better product there. Killing the competition leads to institutification. Yeah, it does. And it also creates the barrier of entry to being lower. So you may also get more crap. You may get more crap. I get a lot of crap already in shorts, but you may get a lot more crap, and you have to find the diamond in the crap later on. But this one's kind of cool. So live is quickly becoming one of the biggest frontiers on YouTube. This is where YouTube is really diving deep into live streaming. Just look at iShow speed's rise over the past 3 years, and YouTube's new updates make going live easier. What's changing? Stream horizontally and vertically at the same time with one unified chat. Vertical streams automatically appear in the Shorts feed for added discoverability. Practice mode lets you rehearse with a mock chat before going live. I don't really care. I usually just do a private video anyways. Go live while reacting to other creators' streams. Auto-generated clips you can share right after your stream. So take this auto-generated shorts. I don't have to do a download and an upload or anything like that. It does it for me right there. Once I'm done live streaming, it creates shorts for me. We're good to go. That is going to be great. I'm curious though if the shorts are going to be with captions, with emojis, stuff like that. I'm curious how it's going to cut it. I'm sure it's going to take some time to be better. So I'd probably stick with Opus for now. But I can imagine the beginning being bad. But can you imagine us having... I thought about streaming in a vertical format. I actually have a thing on my OBS ready for short form for vertical. For vertical. I thought about it, but I'm like, man, there's going to be 2 separate chats as of right now. 2 separate stream keys. What they're doing is my one OBS with 2 canvases will stream and it will be one chat. So imagine everyone vertical, horizontal. You're getting the same content just in different perspectives and everyone's talking to each other. And with the discoverability of shorts with like TikTok Live, which I see a bunch of people on TikTok Live all the time. Usually it's retro gamers that I find on there. The discoverability with shorts and then having them possibly come over to other live streams, I think that's awesome. I think this is innovation to me. This is innovation. This is gonna beat Twitch. This is gonna beat TikTok. This is gonna beat everything. That's the big one. Dynamic brand integrations. I mean, I would love to have some Arrow stuff in there or my own brand stuff in there, you know, some t-shirts. You can still get 25% off, by the way. I never took that off. I was so lazy. And that's like whatever. But this and auto-generated shorts, that is going to be the winner. Now, is your content going to be better than everyone else's? Is it going to be the diamond in the poo? You have to work on it. But yeah, they're creating a lot of improvements for the platform, and I'm honestly very excited about it. as you guys can tell. As you guys can tell. Are you any of you guys interested in making content? Mando kind of does. Mando does. I saw a NASCAR race that you put. I actually was going to watch it. Maybe some scripts, editing, some research. I do think the best of the best will rise to the surface. But I fear there's also going to be a lot of attention grabby shorts. Like, hey, don't scroll past, or something like that. The other thing is like authenticity. You guys can probably tell over the last... By the way, it's been 2 years we've been on YouTube. I missed my anniversary. I was supposed to make a video. I didn't do it. My earliest videos, you can actually see, especially in the shorts, I was putting on a character. I was like, all right, I gotta be energized. I gotta be this, gotta be that. And while some people do say I speak slowly now, that's just how I talk, man. That's just how I talk. I talk with that cadence. I actually learned that from public speaking. And usually the people who can't take speaking that slowly, especially if you're the one who's speaking, the only one who's speaking, usually it's like, not Adderall brained, but it's just like the attention that people are putting into stuff. It's like you need to be in on it. You listen to podcasts and panels, right? Everyone's talking over each other. Everyone's trying to get their punch in or their voice in. But if you're the lone speaker, you can take pauses. And I've actually taken public speaking courses where they, you know, you don't want to take too pregnant of a pause, but you can do a pause. You can really punch a point with a pause. But it also does a couple things. It gives the audience a moment to breathe, and also gives yourself a moment to breathe. You used to watch everything at 2 times speed? Jesus! You got Alvin and the Chipmunks over there. Christmas, Christmas. God, it is almost Christmas time, guys.